Hey everybody, Dave Neal here, stand-up comedian and host of Bachelorette Recap, a guy's review. It's week 3, Clare Crawley's season. We say that in quotes, right? We'll see what happens with her. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to recap the show. I take notes and I talk them back to you. No edits, no cuts, nothing fancy, just you and I talking. Let's get right into it. We have a hot mess inside of a dumpster fire, inside of a train wreck. I think that's the quote for 2020, right? That's what we have here. Not looking good. In this episode, I'm going to recap the following. Yosef, the Dale +6 group date, Zach's failed kiss, the roast of Dale, and at the very end, I'll give you guys my revenue report, setting all new records. I crushed last year's highest earned episode. I like to share for those new out there. I like to share with you guys the ad revenue that I've been making on these videos. I don't know. It's fun. We get to talk about it. You support me by watching the ads, and I tell you how well it's going. Hey, it's COVID, baby. This is my only job of 2020. And you might hear some sirens in the back. Apparently, the Dodgers just won the World Series, and I live right near Dodger Stadium. So congrats to the Dodgers. Anyway, let's get right into it. Okay, so I try my best to make fun of this show. I'm a comic. I try to be irreverent, make fun of the stupid things. Oh, Bennett's got a lot of shoes. How funny. But now we got dudes grabbing girls. We got them shaming each other. There's going to be some toxic stuff, okay? I mean, I'm watching the episode. I got a new gray hair, all right? I picked a bad week to, give up sweets. It's been rough. It's been very rough. So let's just get right into it. We're going to dance around the sensitive stuff. Stick with me. I'm trying my best. They're not making it easy. All right, so before the rose ceremony, we have the guys. They're hanging out. By the way, can you believe it's week 3? Feels like it's week 23 at this point. It's been a long journey. The guys are making sure they don't have too much fun with Clare. You don't want to have too much fun. You don't want Clare to see you're having fun. She'll get very upset at you. This is like North Korea. You need that type of energy when you're at a church function. You know what I mean? Like, not too much fun, just enough fun. Zach said, he goes, when she checked us the other night, I was like, do it again. Yeah, bro? You white knight. Zach, the addiction specialist. Are you addicted to crazy pills, Zach? You don't want to be checked by her. Then Yosef brags about speaking. Yosef? I'll never remember. Yosef brags about speaking his mind. He goes, I'll tell her what's up. You'll see. Usually when guys talk like that, they don't deliver. Well, hold his tecate, okay? Tell you what, single guys speak their mind, all right? When you're in a relationship, you don't speak your mind. You just grin it and you go do the dishes. If you ever want to speak your mind, you go, you know what? I'm going to put in my Bluetooth headphones and I'm going to go watch Dave's recap in the other room. All right, gentlemen, I just saved you 7 days of fighting. Single guys love to fight. They love to put their foot down. It ain't worth it. You don't want to blow the whole Sunday and miss Sunday night football because you got in a little snafu on Saturday morning. Go to the farmer's market, man up, put on your big boy pants. Drama's about to go down when the camera guy follows Yosef down a dark hallway. Whenever the camera guy follows you down a part that's not pre-lit, you know things are about to go down. Yosef steals Clare, and then the guy goes, go for it, dog. He goes, go for it, dog. Boy, that's like, when the guy says, go for it, dog, that's code for dig your own grave, bro. Just dig your own grave. Yosef, okay, here we go. I'm going to try to dictate some of this. Yosef said, I sacrificed a lot to be here. Bro, it's quarantine. You're yanking your yo-yo to girls on Snapchat. Don't pretend like you have a scheduling conflict you had to work out, all right? No one's got anything going on. I'm making 5 hours of recap every day. No one's got anything going on, okay? It's 2020, bro. Don't pretend like it's 2019. Know what year it is. Yosef ruminated the same way Clare did. Remember when Clare was like, oh my gosh, I feel like no one wanted to, date me right away, and Clare ruminated. Very dangerous. Yosef did the same thing for 3 days. He was like, oh, I just got to tell her how it is. This is a very toxic behavior by both of them. Very toxic. Yosef said, I'm so appalled. Completely classless display. I expected a lot more from the oldest bachelorette there's ever been. Oh, boy. Wow. Yeah. And at first, I thought they were going to have a nice convo. He was like smiling. She was smiling. He goes, I'm ashamed to even be associated with you. And he's not even done at this point. He's just warming up. He goes, I feel like you overreacted. It sounded crazy. And it's like, oh boy. It's one thing to call her old, but now you said the C word. Oh boy. I'm watching this with my lady. We're like, oh boy, this isn't going to go well. I just wish there was a camera on the sound guy. He's over there holding the sound like, did he just call her crazy? He's got the things out there. Oh man. Like that act out I did. Clare took the pointer finger to him. That's like Harry Potter's wand when she just whips it out. Expelliarmus. You got to go. Get the Uber. Expel the Uber. Did I do that right? Now here's what happened. I'm watching this like the Zabruta film. Leave a comment, let me know. Did Yosef touch her or did she touch him? Because they had this moment where they kind of just did this like do-si-do of anger. Who touched who? I need to see another angle to know how I feel about this. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a referee. I'm like, was it offensive pass interference or defense? Because if he put his hip on her, we got a problem. But if she kind of put it on him, he's like, whoa, that's a whole different story, And then they have a mom to my child, dad to my child off. He goes, you're not fit to be the mom of my child. And she's like, you're not fit to be the dad of my future child. Well, you're never going to be a grandparent to my kid's kid. Oh, yeah? When my kid gets knocked up at 15, his kid, you won't be. It's like, whoa, easy. Yosef had a point. He had a point. There's a problem. He did. He had a point. He just took it too far. He took his point too far. He should have just set his point up front and be like, look, I thought I was out of bounds. We're all here for you. I tried to play cool. I thought I was out of bounds. But no, he went full antagonist on her. He went too far. Dale swoops in, Mr. Superman, right? He swoops in. Boy, relationships can develop very fast after trauma. Like, we know this. Trauma can lead to a different, and now it doesn't mean it's a healthy relationship, but Claire, she was all ready to latch onto Dale. Claire is a barnacle on Dale's ship of progress. Let me tell you that much. She is latched on. Boy, Claire looks good when she's crying. I hate to say it. I can't stop staring at her, gigantic wavy hair. Looks great, those side swept bangs, shaggy layers, her big personality, it just shines through. She goes, I'm trying my best, folks. Okay, I'm trying my best. Leave a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, for God's sake, all right? Then Claire shows up. All the guys turn around to see Claire. They all just turned around and got whiplash. They look like my dog when he hears me pouring his dog food into the bin. He's always like, what? Dinner? Already? Finding Nemo, the seagulls, they're just like, huh? What? Bunch of idiots. All right, the second rose ceremony. Can you believe it's only the second rose ceremony? Can you believe this? This is the second. I'm like, wait, it's got to be the seventh rose ceremony by now. Even the florist is like, I got all these roses. Should we give them out? She's like, nah, I don't think so. The next day, so I took no notes for the rose ceremony. Some guys left. Whatever, moving along. The next day, Deanna shows up. We got the old wives club coming. Oh, yeah, we're bringing out the classics. They got to be careful, You don't want these older people to get COVID, right? Isn't it dangerous for them? The Masters Tour, the Hall of Fame ceremony, the pre-Facebook people. You guys with me yet? I'm in my mid-30s, all right? I'm making fun of my own people here. Claire says, this might be the shortest season ever. That's what Claire said to Deanna. This might be the shortest season ever. Does she not remember Alex from JoJo's season? That was the short. Okay. Claire cancels the day portion of her group date. This is great. This is going to go well. She tries to spin it. She goes, oh, we'll just have a longer cocktail party. Dale's like, yeah, we'll see about that. Dale makes all the guys do a group hug with Claire. Power move. Really strange. He makes all the guys be a part of his thing. Claire, and then the guys are like, all right, I guess we'll hug you because we don't want to look bad, but, thanks for making this all about you. Claire shows Dale her presidential suite. Let's see if she grabs Dale by the penis. Keep it presidential. It's 2020, folks. Go out in there and vote. She's like, why are you so perfect? And Dale's like, I'm not perfect. Like, you're so perfect. She's like, no, you are. If you're not perfect, then what am I? And it's like, I'm going to vomit. Okay. I'm literally going to vomit up the sweets that I had to eat when I was, emotionally eating as I had to watch all this. And meanwhile, they're in there for 45 minutes. The other 6 schmucks are just trying to get extra beers served by Jorge. They're just sitting around. This is why people get drunk on the show, because someone's over there, playing, tonsil hockey in the bedroom, and these guys are just hanging out, and it's not like, it'd be one thing if like they were at a club and one girl's off with the guy and it's like, all right, just go hang out, meet someone else. There's a couple of cute production assistants. They can't hit on anybody else. They're kind of strapped here. They're, Dale and Claire are one in of the other, and Claire says, this is so hard. Dale's taken her to Party City. It's a left after Pound Town. Not the first taco he's been in. Hey, folks, look, if you have a problem with this, it's not my fault. The show just shows me things, and I talk about it. Dale goes back to the couch to see the other dudes. He's got fornication face. Every guy here knows what I'm talking about. You can't wipe off fornication face. You come back like, you can't. He's trying his best. He's like, oh, shoot. It looks like he got high off of some of that Claire's kush, that good stuff. Claire asks the producer, she goes, can we kind of hurry the rest along? And I'm like, what does she mean? The group date or the fantasy suite? She wants Chris Harrison to write the fantasy card and just toss her a key. It's episode 3. A lot of issues with who gets the most time with Clare. Here's the problem, right? Dale took all the time. They need to socialize their dating time. This is a failed capitalistic dating system, and it's not fair. We need Bernie Sanders in here to help them socialize the dating. Everybody gets 7 minutes of dating. The top 1% Dale took all the dating time. We need it to be fair. He's here for the middle class. Was that to Trump or Bernie? I don't even know what I was doing there. When the other guys find out Dale got seconds, this is when they get pissed. It's just like when you have kids, right? Claire's got to treat this group date like they're her kids. She's got to give everyone equal stuff or they're going to get temper tantrums. Hey, how come he got seconds? I didn't even get first. Jason walks in on Dale's date. Chasing after that ash, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm watching the worst Nickelodeon sitcom ever, right? He's in there and then Dale's doing this like weird thing. It's like, oh, bro, come on, He's 31 going on 17. Dale says he was dazed and confused and lost a little bit. Bro, chicks will do that to you, man. I won't argue that. You get a little nookie, you get a little dazed and confused. You don't know where you are anymore. He couldn't even finish his sentences. They're like, hey, dude, you knew exactly what you're doing. He was like, I was just like walking back from the bathroom and then all of a sudden I had the wrong number and I opened it and the guy was like, see ya. And then, next thing you know, I'm in a costume at Party City, going down on her like the Titanic. Boy. Dale got the rose. Okay, there you go. Dale got the rose. Riley said, Dale, you did what you had to do to get it. Hey, he ain't lying. That's the most honest thing anyone said all episode. He did what he had to do to get it. Dale asked to go for 5 minutes. He stayed for 45. When they told the rest of the house this, they got so mad. You see how mad Jason got? Jason started getting goofy angry. You ever see a guy so angry, he just starts clapping? He's just like mad. He's like, oh, very nice. I really like Jason, But it sucks because he was a lineman, right? He lost 100 pounds. He was a big guy. He was a lineman. And then you got Dale, who is the wide receiver. So you got the skill position showing up the line. The line's there to protect the quarterback. They have a very, guilt-free job. Anyway, yeah, Jason was goofy mad, just angry, clapping. Dale said he put his heart and soul into the conversation, right? Dale's trying to explain it to everyone. He's like, I put my heart and soul into the conversation. I always say you have to wait normally till after the fantasy suite before you put your heart and soul into anyone's conversation. But what do I know? Right? You might pull a little Caitlin Brisdow out there. A little Canadian special. Give her the old Canadian ham. Hey, I'm okay with that too. If you want to wait for a windmill, go 4 rounds, do that too. Whatever floats your boat there. No socially distance, that's for sure. All right, next morning. On the way to her date with Zach, Clare mentions she's ready to game on with Dale. She's literally on her way, putting her lipstick on to go date with Zach, and she's still talking about game oning it with Dale. I don't even know what game on means. Is this a term from before my time, Clare? Focus, Clare. I'd be so embarrassed to be Zach watching this back. He's all excited, he's doing his thing, he's doing his crunches, and then she's just thinking about Dale. They get a pedicure, right? She's like, all right, if I got to go on a date with somebody else, make it pedicure, please. Clare wishes Dale was there. Claire's completely closed off for the whole date. It's boring. All right, let's get into the failed kiss attempt. We got to talk about this, right? The failed kiss attempt. Clare went in for the kiss, then stopped. Was this the 90-10 rule? Leave a comment. Let me know. Was it 90-10? She went in 90, and then before he could come back, she was like, whoa. She thought that it was going to be an instant kiss. Zach didn't finish the kiss. She claims he pulled away. We look back at the tape. He didn't pull away. He was stoic. He was there. He didn't pull away. It looked like Clare borrowed one of Dale's. Okay, I went to the next one. Sorry, hold on. So it got very complicated because then his limbic system's flared and he's trying to stop her. He's like, no, come back. Let's go back there. And she's like, get off of me. You made it weird. And it's like, who made it weird? Look, you never want to put your hands on anybody, right? I'm not defending that. But in that very moment, we had an issue where she was about to kiss and this like hyper awareness that she's looking stupid happened. Just like before when with the group guys where no one jumped down her throat to date her right away. She was like very hyper aware that like that he wasn't into her. It's almost like back in, it felt like a high schoolish type of scenario where she's like, well, you don't want to kiss me? He's like, no, he was about to kiss you. It wasn't like it was like 3 hours. We're talking like half a second there. But then of course he tries to fix the situation. When you ever try to do that, I mean, she was drier than the, Palm Springs desert after that. You know what I mean? She wasn't having any of it. So he tried, what do you guys think? I mean, who's at fault here? I don't even know. As a guy, I feel even weird if I begin to defend that he was trying to get the kiss, because after that, once you start touching it, it's a little like, all right, too far. Anyway, it looked like Clare borrowed one of Dale's costumes because she ghosted Zach, right? Just Casper to the face. Just ghosted him. No dinner. Zach gets stood up. Chris shows up. You never want to see Chris. It's never good news. I'd ask for the food to go. What about you guys? If I'm getting stood up on a date, I want all the food to go. I want the breadsticks. I want the glass of wine and the bottle. I want to take the little napkin. I'll take a chair. I want the whole thing. He takes an Uber home. Back at the pool, the boys are auditioning for Bachelor in Paradise, just like shooting the crap over there in the pool. I see Jason's got the Speedo, showing off his roadie Ram. Looking pretty nice there, sir. The boys theorized that Dale and Clare were in communication before the show started. That's the whole thing. People want to know, were they in it before the show started? I mean, at the very least, we know she stalked the hell out of him and liked him. All right, we have a group date. It's called Don't Take It Personally. Well, looks like we're about to take some stuff personally. Don't take it personally. Margaret Cho is a celebrity comedian. Look, within the Korean world, she's the greatest of all time. I live in Los Angeles. It's actually the highest Korean population outside of Korea. Everyone loves Margaret Cho here. One of my good friends, Aiden Park, Korean, had the foreword of his book written by Margaret Cho. So I want to promote his book, The Art of Being Yay. It's my buddy. He's an amazing guy. If you want to see him, he was on my podcast, I think 3 or 4 episodes ago. I'll put a link up there. You can listen to that or watch that if you want to see a stand-up comedian get real. But anyway, Margaret Cho's great. The whole episode should have been about her. They didn't give her nearly enough time. She's hilarious. Go YouTube her. They couldn't bring back a live audience because of quarantine, so the other dudes are back. They were short a few seats. Hey, bring back Yosef. Bring back Tyler C. Bring them all back. Deanna's sitting in there with her 2 kids, breastfeeding. Ben had a killer set. Credit where it's due. Ben had a solid Zuckerberg joke. Then there was a montage of everyone making fun of Dale. Clare gets offended for a man. This is where you start to see like craziness. It's like, okay, you want to get in a fight with Yosef, you're all whatever, but it's like you getting mad at the fact that they're knocking off the top dog. Like, look, roasts are all about like talking about what's common in the room. What's the common denominator? Well, Dale is the clear front runner. We're gonna knock him down, of course. Bennett said to Dale, I witnessed 3 cameramen collapse after falling asleep listening to you. That's funny. I think it's funny. Claire said, how else did you expect this roast? Oh, sorry. Claire, how else did you expect the roast to go? I wrote a roast of Dale. Can I give you guys one of my roast jokes I wrote of Dale? Dale is an anti-masker because they keep falling off his ears. Solid joke. It's a solid joke, making fun of his ears. Speaking about roasted, you roasted off his earlobes. Okay, come on, folks. I have big ears, Dale. If you need an extra couple ears, let me help you, please. Just give you some nose, too. Claire asked Ben, then they go to the nighttime portion of the date. Claire asked Bennett about Dale. Claire asked Ben about Dale. Claire asked Zach C about Dale, and then Claire asked Kenny about Dale. She's an investigative reporter. She's obsessed. The fact she asked all of them about Dale is ridiculous, and then she doesn't give a rose out. What's happening? I would have been like, give me that rose. Just demand it. What is going on? I would have been like Zach, just like trying to grab the rose. Everyone walks out, no hugs. She doesn't give anyone a hug. She kind of just like slides her hand by one of the boys. And then she goes home to one of her, adult toys that she probably has. She's got to have a couple at this point. She's like, oh, I slept very well last night. Yeah, we know you plowed yourself. Sorry if that was too far. It's a Dundale over here. Claire tells producer, she goes, they dished on my fiance. Ugh. I hope Dale watches this back and goes, I might have a stage 5 clinger here. I might have to back away. Dale should do to Claire what he wasn't able to do as a receiver in the NFL. Get some separation. 2 of you got that joke because 98% of you don't watch football. How do they expect me to hand out a rose when Mercury is in retrograde? Right, Claire? She's the most white. She didn't say that, but I just imagined she did. She goes, I'm just living my truth. How do they expect me to hand out a rose when Mercury's in retrograde? Right? It's pretty good basic chick voice, I thought. All right, so I wanted to give a shout out here. Oh, we're going long. I wanted to give a shout out to everyone who donated. I got 3 really generous donations this week. So big shout out to Lindsay, Jeannie, and Kelly for their $10, $10, and $50 donations, $70 total. You guys are so kind. My shoe collection is going to rival Bennett's when this whole season's over. Seriously, it means the world to me. You guys are so So sweet. So as far as the week 2 recap video goes, I want to tell you about the revenue really quick. We set all new records. And I say we because you guys did this. All new records. 65,000 watch minutes, 6,900 views, $111.69 in ad revenue, 47% watch duration, which honestly is the biggest and craziest stat. It's normally like 25%. You guys watch 47%. That's for everyone who just clicked on. The rest of you picked up the slack. Here's the deal. 75% of the views from last week's episode were from people that haven't subscribed to the podcast. So I urge you, what are you waiting for? I said podcast, but I mean my YouTube channel. I urge you, what are you waiting for? Hit the button. It's free and support your boy. The more people that subscribe, I'm trying to get up to 10,000. The more fun we can have. We can unlock some new features over there at the YouTube studios. My next live stream is Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you can't catch it live, I'll air it again Friday morning at 8 a.m. I've been doing 2 live streams along with this recap every week. It's been a blast, okay? It's exhausting, but it's a blast. I love doing these recaps. I stay up till like 3 or 4 in the morning because I got to edit them and get them up on time. Then I got to wake up at 7 a.m. so I can upload it so the East Coast can see it. It's a long day, okay? But Mondays at 4 p.m., I do a pre-week pre-cap, and that's we just discuss topics that are going to happen. I don't know why I should explain it to you guys. Everyone's watching it. I'm getting thousands of views. I appreciate it so much. So just subscribe to the channel, hit the alert button, and you can catch all that info. I really appreciate you guys being there for me. If you weren't watching, we wouldn't be doing this. I mean, I've done this recap show for 6 years now. You guys have been, a lot of you have been watching from the beginning. I appreciate y'all so much. So keep leaving comments. I'll be there in the comment section. And boy, we're so long. I imagine Claire's watching this going, can we just hurry the rest along? So anyway, that's it for me. I'm Dave Neal. In the description, if you want to donate, I'll have my Venmo, my PayPal, my Cash App, and all that jazz. So if you want, I appreciate it. If not, just leave a comment, hit the like button, share with some friends. Bye, everybody.